Okay, we are live. You know, oh, I know what it is. Yes, the shimmy. Do you remember from Saturday Night Live in like the old days? We are too wild and crazy, guys. That's the shimmy. That's where the shimmy comes from. Yeah. Finally, after a year and a half, I figured it out.
They were on drugs.
What?
They were on drugs.
They were?
Yeah, the wild and crazy guys was like...
I thought they were just drinking.
Yeah,
they were at a bar.
Drinking and drugs, yeah.
Oh, well, neither one of those things are me, but... I was just giving people a visual for the shimmy, but, you know.
I don't know who you are anymore.
I know, I'm a complete mystery, aren't I? I think I left the keys up there. Okay, but you got to put a note on the door, and I don't see a note in your hand. So.
This is why I don't use the roller.
And are you going to order a holiday drink?
No.
Order a holiday drink. Because it's the free cup today.
I don't need another cup.
Just get the free cup.
It's not a good cup. I'll bring you mine from last year.
It's the 50th anniversary cup. I just gave Crystal FOMO.
What are the drinks?
You have to get the holiday drink. I don't know. Just get a white peppermint mocha.
You want a coffee, Krista?
Sure. I do have $5.
No, I got it. Don't worry about it. You're doing a diet cutting. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Did you see how well he delegated?
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. I was like, I bet you can have somebody help you get this off of the cardstock.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, Crystal, you want to do all the die
He did
cutting?
not say Crystal.
Oh, no, he didn't?
He's like, the goose, like,
oh.
I'm over here, and I'm like, what?
So, the goose is in the house today, and I handed 3 dies over to the director to do some die cut samples so you guys could see how pretty they are and what they look like. And he hollers for her and asks her to do the die cutting for him. Master of delegation. That's what he is. Is there anything on that note?
Yeah, coffee runner.
Okay, it looks blank from here. Alrighty.
That would have been a Brooklyn thing.
It would have, I know, right?
You just said a note.
Huh?
You just said a note.
I know. A single piece of
It's
paper.
a lot.
I know. I was just getting the ones that are in the packaging. No, I'm good. Thanks for your help, though. All right. Well, my friends, we did not get through all of the what's new yesterday, so I have more stuff to show you today. And hands up in the air. She's done.
Got it all.
It's like those reality TV shows where tick tock, 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds left.
Because I know how mean she is sometimes. I'm scared.
How mean I am. Okay, but yesterday I just needed him to run a couple samples.
True. Yeah.
And he's like, I'm doing something else. Which, by the way, then he did not. Okay, that's not a sponge, but.
It's swiping it.
I see that. Oh. I know, but you know, so I said, hey, can you run these samples? He's like, I'm busy doing something else. And then for the entire rest of the video, he did not do that something else. Just so you guys know. Because you all can probably hear when he starts beeping things. I'm guessing. Okie doke. So, let me turn my heater off because I think I'm going to overheat. So, I do have some new stuff to show you, my friends. So, let's start with the extra stuff that goes with what I showed you yesterday. Let me grab these things from yesterday. Okay, so yesterday we talked about these really pretty new paper towels that just came in, and they stack up. I didn't get any farther on my samples than I was yesterday, so I won't re-show you those. But we have 3 stunning dies that came in from this release. And we would like to thank Crystal for doing the die cutting. So we can all see what... I just need a... You know what? This will work.
That's not a sponge.
No. I just need something black. Because otherwise they can't see the detail. So this is what this beautiful oval die looks like. And this die is super, super good priced. I think he probably handed her the thinnest paper we have in the store. So, you know, there's that. But
I grabbed it from that pile. I didn't
no,
know.
you're fine. Hashtag blame Brooklyn. When in doubt, blame Brooklyn. Okay, so $11.99 on this die. So it's a really, really good price. But it's got great, amazing detail. And you get 2 different pieces to use. So that is the winter lace oval. And then we have this one, which is $9.50. This one is called the Winter Swirl Square. Look at the detail in that, though. I mean, that's stunning, the detail. Plus, you get this beautiful little snowflake, and you get this beautiful little snowflake. Now, if you want to, I'm guessing, you actually can layer these like that, so you have even more dimension, because it does look like it's the exact same as what you get in the square. So you have a couple options. You can cut these out of other colors if you want to, and you can layer it over perfect. So you have maybe like a white frame, or you could have a green frame and white snowflakes, something like that. Or you can cut them out of the same color and angle them so that you have like a dimensional snowflake on each corner. Gosh, so pretty. Thank you for cutting these. They're really, really nice. Yeah.
Be careful with the thing, though. The roller thing.
Oh, this? I know it's squishy, huh? So this one is the Winter Swirl Square, and that guy's $9.50. And then this one. So I wasn't 100% sure about this one. This one's called the Winter Lace Bow. But look at how pretty this is. And then you also have, and this is going to be super useful for all kinds of projects, you have a bow that can be layered, right? So if this were cut in 2 different colors, or actually even the same color, you're going to get some really pretty tone-on-tone kind of a thing. But my guess is this will probably fit right here as well. Yes, it will. And what do we have in the way of an A2 card handy? I have stuff everywhere and no A2 cards.
Oh, I do. Yes.
You have one?
Yeah.
Don't open it. No, don't open it. I got one right now.
Okay. It's pretty.
I know, but I don't want you to unseal your envelope. Looks like you're ready to give it to somebody.
I am.
Okay, so this is a A2 card here. This is just for size. So, because I wanted to see, so it's going to be a little bit wide for an A2 card going this way, but it'll be perfect on a mat for an A2 card going in this direction. It'll probably work for a number of different things, but I think, or boxes. Oh, yeah. This will be so awesome if you put it on top of a box, like as make it the belly band for a box.
Yeah. No.
Yep. Okay. So anyways, that's the Winter Lace Bow, and that one is $9.50. Okay, so those are the 3 dies that came out with this awesome winter release. It's called Awesome Winter, which I think is a funny name for a company out of the Netherlands. Awesome Winter. That's what we're going to have, I think, is an awesome winter. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so those are the 3 dies from that I wanted to tell you guys about. And then this one came in. This was a special order. So Christy, if you're watching, we've already got one set aside for you, but we do have a handful of extra ones of this one. This is a Slimline stamp. It is $7.99, and it is the town of Bethlehem. It's called Peaceful Night, and it says, "May peace be your blessing this Christmas." It's going to be a really, really easy one to color if you want to color it, or you could just do a simple inking background and stamp and emboss it in white, stamp and emboss it in black, depending on what color of ink you do. So could make a really, really stunning card, but very, very easy to ink. So I only have a couple of these. So if this one is one that you want, be sure to grab it, because we didn't order a ton just because it's getting close to Christmas. So, and then I love it when it's time for paper pads, because, oh, I actually, before I get into those, let me show you two things that we have been waiting for. Okay, so it's been a while since we've had these two items in stock, and I wanted to let you guys know that they are back and they're here. So Undo is back in stock finally. So if you have run out of your Undo, we've now got it back in stock. Yay! Undo is a fantastic product to have on hand for when you get like stuff stuck in the wrong place, or you need to undo things that have been stuck. It works great with score tape or double-sided tapes. It does not work with like liquid glue that's dried, okay? Because what this does is it unsticks stickers, is basically how I sort of figure how this works. So glue is different, right? It dries and it bonds those paper fibers together. But score tape is a double-sided sticky tape, and your paper sticks to one side and it sticks to the other side. So this is just going to unsticky that score tape. But the cool thing about this, if you haven't used it before, is when it like dries, everything is sticky again. It's photo safe. It's all of that kind of stuff. It won't ruin your photos. It won't even ruin your stickers. So if you need to unstick your stickers that have stuck down crooked or something like that, let your stickers dry. You can still use it again, as long as you're careful not to, you know, bend them while you're getting them off. So $12.99 on the Undo. So happy it's back. And Pixie Spray is back. Yay. So Pixie Spray is a light tack spray adhesive for the back of your stencils. I don't necessarily use this on stencils like maybe that has circles or things like that, but I definitely like to use it on stencils that have swirly, you know, swirly bits. However, it kind of depends on your stencil skills and how comfortable you feel. So like a stencil like this one, I most likely won't use Pixie Spray because it leaves that kind of adhesive tack on the backside, and it'll be good for a couple of uses. But this one, what I would do is probably put down my sticky grid, hold my paper in place, maybe tape this one down. That would be good enough for me. But the kind that had, let's say it had all these stars, but it had a bunch of little swirls in between connecting the stars. So, you know, there were lots of little bits and hanging things that things can catch on and stuff. That's where I'm going to use the Pixie Spray, so that all the little bits will stay in place and my brushes and things won't, thank you. My brushes and stuff won't go awry, okay? Won't make the stencil go crazy. So Pixie Spray is also back in. Yay! Alrighty, now it's time to look at the papers. Okay, so we've got a couple of different papers here that I will show you. So we've got two different ones from HunkyDory, and then we've got a 6x6 from Couture Creations. So let's look at this one first. So this one is called Duo Design, and it's a it says 2 stunning paper pads in one. I don't know what that means, so we're gonna just open this and find out. So this one is an 8x8 pad. It's $14.99 for this one. And it's probably because it's double. So you've got gorgeous, now these are thinner too. Oh, so a lot of times we get asked for thinner papers, and it's very rare that we get thinner papers in. And actually, oftentimes the HunkyDory paper is not thin either. But this one is going to have a slight gloss to it, is what I can see here. But these are thinner papers. So if you have certain projects that require thinner folding papers, you're going to have a whole side that's got, I'll bring it up so you guys can see it. It's got a crackled snow type of a background on those. And then you've got scenes, these really pretty scenes on this side here. Okay, so that one is stunning. Wow. So I'm just going to kind of flip through this. All of these are sort of winter scenes. Really, really pretty stuff. And if you're matting these on other cardstocks and stuff, them being thin isn't going to make any difference. So hopefully you guys, wow, look at that one. That one's really pretty too. You know, when I order these, it's kind of sight unseen. I get to see the cover, which has about, you know, minimal snippets. So I don't necessarily know what's inside either. It's kind of like a big surprise for all of us. So lots of really cool stuff in here. So you get 4 each of 12 designs. So actually there are 48 sheets in this pad for $14.99. Tons of options. Okay. All right, so, oh, look at that. It also has 2 different covers on it. Well, that's clever. Just threw me off for a moment, but it's clever now that I know that that's the situation. Okay. So I can hear you talking about me.
We're hand waving.
We're hand waving.
Hand waving. I'm here to get supplies for my new project.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about last night, Dad, and I was falling asleep. I did see it this morning. I laughed. Okay, so this one is called A Sparkling Season, and this one I've got on special pricing for $13. So this one, let's see, we've got 4 times 12 different double-sided designs. I have zero idea why. I don't know. Yep, I don't know. So they seem to be basically the same pad, but they have slightly different pricing. So this one is really cute. This one is a little bit brighter. You're going to have some brighter snowflakes on that one. So, okay, so we're going to do special pricing for both pads at $13 through Saturday. So there's your cut aparts. Oh, and look at the little snow bunny. That's really cute. So again, this one is going to be the thinner paper as well. But beautiful snowflakes and snow scenes in this one. This will probably actually, for those of you guys that are still waiting for those windows from yesterday, those will probably have some nice stuff that will go in the windows as well. Same with that other one, because the scale was small, like with the people and stuff in the other one. I think that would work really well. Okay, so there we go. That is Sparkling Season. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Alrighty. And then this one here is called the Spirit Melodies. This is a 6x6. This one is from Couture Creations. We've got 24 patterned papers and $9.50 on this one. Wait a minute. Ooh, these are going to be, ooh. So these one, why did you lock the door?
Oh, yeah.
We're not actually closing early today. Or were you just playing a trick on old Scrappy? Okay, so funny enough, I think the covers are on backwards on this one. Okay, so we've got really, but these are definitely a thicker material. So if you like to make boxes and stuff with, you know, with a sturdy material, this pad is going to be something pretty awesome, actually. The images are going to be great. You could easily cut these and put these on card fronts. But it's definitely, I would say almost like, feel this. It's almost like a thin chipboard.
Oh yeah.
It's,
oh yeah.
It's very different. Let's see if
It probably is. I just felt the white one back there.
Yeah. They say 250 GSM matte paper. Well, I would not call this paper in lots and lots and lots of years. I would never call this paper, but you know, that's what we love about the foreign countries because, you know, so, but the images are fantastic in this one. Ooh, look at that. That's a really unique pattern. Okay. But definitely this one is going to be great for using with your card making. I wouldn't plan folding this for anything unless maybe you were going to make a box or something like that, because I think it would definitely make a sturdy box. And then you've got some cut aparts there. Okay. And it's backwards, which is funny. But, you know, you get what you get sometimes. I guess it doesn't really matter which side the cover's on, although it's weird. Okie doke. So that's the paper. Now, friends, let's talk about Penny Black. So, was it last week? Maybe the week before, we had the new Christmas release from Penny Black. And so this year, not this year, this week, well, I don't know. I don't know what the time frame is on the calendar. Okay, so let me start over. A couple weeks ago, we showed the new Christmas release from Penny Black. Then very, very shortly after that, they did another new release for winter. So that just arrived. And hey, can you grab me the slimlines, the 2 slimlines from the last release and the card samples for it, please? So when we talked about Penny Black a couple weeks ago, these 2 dies sold out super duper quick. The dies. And the cards. Yeah, you had both of them. Thank you. There was, yeah, that'll work. Okay, so before we get into the new stuff, I wanted to let you guys know these ones are back in stock. So I'm thinking that I got everybody notified that wanted these, but I'm not 100% sure if I had my list correct. So, this is not the one. I need the other one. This is the new one.
That is that. From GSM to pounds. 234.
That's pretty.
Thick.
That seems thick.
It is thick.
Yeah.
110 is thick, though. You think about that.
Yeah, 110 is thick.
Not that thick.
I think it's not. I think it's not in the cardstock paper range. I think it's in a different, yeah. Okay, so this one here was, both of these were incredibly popular, sold out super fast. So we got them back in. This was the new slimline die that they came out with that has this awesome like decal edge. It's got this triple stitch border that you can keep in or take out because, you know, you'll cut these dies apart. And then it's got this triple stitched circle insert that you can use or not use. They did not send us a sample with the circles, so I don't have that to show you necessarily. But, and then this set of dies are border dies for slimline, but you can use them on A2 as well. So this is what, and I showed you all this last week. I'm just reviewing because they're back in stock. So this was this one right here. And when we looked at the catalog when we were talking about that other Penny Black one, we had some samples with this one as well. So the nice thing about these slimline borders is that you could use them on really all sizes of cards because you have so much to work with. Okay, so those are back in stock. $25.99 for, what do we call that? They call it Spirited, but you know, that border. And then the Decal Slimline is $27.99. Those were ones we talked about, but are back in stock now. Okay. Now, on to the new stuff. So, they released another set of borders. This one here has a very cool decal border. We have a really nice stitched scallop. We have this one, which I'm going to try to... It's actually got just a very slight wave to it, and it's got little pinpoint dots. Very, very delicate and pretty. This one has smaller scallops with a stitch, And then this one is really fun. We may end up having to cut that one at some point to see what it looks like. But here's a sample that's on the back side. This is the Slimline Borders used with an A2 card. So they took this little sample, and we're going to see this one here in just a minute. They took this little sample and they cut the Slimline Borders just to decorate the top and bottom edges of that cute little card. So I don't have any pricing on these, dear. This one is $26.99 because he gave me a price on that one. But I'm going to need some pricing because you didn't give me prices, it looks like, on any of these. So, okay. And then this one, this here is the stamp that we were just looking at for this sample. And there's a different, a different one colored on the backside. But this is such a fun one because it's basically cover a card size. But you can, it comes with this little stitched border too. Let's find out what size this is because that always is. Okay. Am I going to get pricing or? No, that's not true. Well, babe, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that isn't just... Yes, please. Me too. Okay. Just holler out what this one is. That one I have the price of. Okay, so this one is going to be it's going to be 4.5 wide by a wee bit, like about 5.5, maybe a little bit bigger. So you have a little bit slightly bigger than an A2 image here. So it does allow you to, when you put it down, to have a little bit of extra. You can move the bird around as you see fit. That's what they did here. This one is definitely not the whole stamp. So of the ones that I had pre-requests for, this guy was super, super popular.
$14.99.
$14.99 on that guy. Okay. I need them back though.
I know. Unfortunately, he might actually be correct.
But I had dies too, and he wasn't giving me any pricing on the dies. So.
Or this. There you go. Those 2 dies.
Okay. Okay. So then we have this awesome candle one. Okay. It's a lantern. The candle's in upside down, but you'd cut that candle out. So the sample on this one here is stunning. We looked at this one in the catalog last time, and I think this is one that I had expected with my last release, but came with this release. So it's going to be a really, really easy one to color. And thank you. But it's going to work great with that large berry from the last release. So this lantern is $13.99. And then this one also was one that I had a number of requests for. This one is $14.99. This is going to be those watercolor birds. We've talked about this style of stamp from Penny Black numerous times. But these are the ones that you're going to color with your markers. So Tombow markers, something like that. There's other ways you can do this, but the easiest way to do it is color it with your watercolor markers. Either huff on it, lightly spray it, and stamp it. I always like to use these in my stamp press because then I can get the different colors in separate stampings, and I can get the color a little bit more where I want it to. But 3 awesome watercolor birds is going to be fantastic for your cards. Now that guy's $14.99, so he was right on those couple of stamps. Darn it! I still needed the other ones though, love. Okay, so this one is the one that I was really excited about because these are going to be kind of like sketchy little birch trees. And you have the cutest, tiniest little cardinal in here as well. So you've got 3 different trees. But the other thing is, look at this one. While he can be part of the tree forest, then the you can make this one come out the side of your card, and you can actually sit your bird on here. You could, the other birds might be kind of big for this, but actually as just a branch, if you just use it as a branch, I think this will work pretty well actually. So, and I think this is the one that they've done as samples with one of these birds, maybe the red cardinal, on the branch. Okay. So then we have a couple more. We have 2 sentiment ones. This is the brand new one. This is When Snow Falls. So this is the one from the winter release. This one is $18.99, and it says, winter is warmer with you, snowflake kisses and warm winter wishes, thinking of you and wishing you a happy winter. Some of my best friends are flakes. Which is a really nice one. And like snowflakes, we are beautiful in our own way. And if you listen carefully, the silence is beautiful. Now, this one is probably the one that the director would hope that I would live by. Is that true? Mm-hmm. If you listen carefully, the silence is beautiful. But that means you have to actually be silent in order to listen to the silence. Yeah. Because sometimes I just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. So, anyway, so these are some beautiful new sentiments from Penny Black. And then this one is one that Joan found in the catalog that we had for the Christmas release. And somehow I did not manage to get this one. So, let's go. Here we go. So this one is called Christmas Greetings, and this one's $16.99. So Penny Black has now 2 different sizes of stamps. And you can see here, this threw me off on the last one because I was thinking they had only 1 size of sentiment stamps, but nope, they have 2, and sometimes I guess they might just have more to say. So those are those 2. And then this one. Okay, my friends, this is the coolest. All right. So let me pull this out because I want to kind of show you how cool this is. This is it's called Viewpoint. And, oh, goody. More stuff. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Okay, so this one is an awesome window pane, okay? And the way that this works is it's going to cut out this beautiful window pane with these etched lines in here. So you're going to see it's got some details right in the panes. I'm going to hold up this picture because we literally just popped these out this morning. So can you see how on this side right here, you can see pretty well. It's got these beautiful straight lines right here. Okay. Now that's going to be the main frame of the window. But then if you look closely, each of these panes has a light gray and sort of a darker on the side. And what that's going to do is that's going to give you this amazing dimension looking out into your scene. So if it actually looks backwards here from the picture, but that's because the die's cut this way. So you'll see that each one of these windows cuts its own set of, basically dimensional corners. So you would make this bottom one, those could be light gray, and this is a darker gray, just to give you the dimension that it's looking like here. Now this is going to give you a larger window to a scene. So let me pull out some of the paper we were just looking at. And do you have any paper you could run this through? Maybe. Hang on just 1 second, friends. See if it'll run through that.
That's got.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have the phone plate.
No, see if it'll run on the other one. Is that what he gave you?
This is what he gave me. Yeah, I don't have any other one.
Babe, can you come help?
Plates. Where are plates?
Hustle. Everybody's waiting for you.
What is it?
I need plates. You give me that. I need the. This.
Yeah, I don't want to use the chrome plate on it.
Oh, you know?
No.
What you want?
Clearly, I'm helpful.
We'll just.
You like that?
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm just waiting.
I'm
Just literally waiting.
Oh, okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need help. You got it?
I think I got it, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Unless I have to move tabs.
There you go. So,
Okay.
My
Could I get from
my work is
you?
done?
No, absolutely not. Could I get 2 shades of gray, a light gray and a dark gray?
Not 50.
You're walking the wrong way.
Oh,
There's
yeah, 2
no
shades.
gray that direction.
so
Yeah.
outdoors.
How about the Pink Fresh inks? That has shades.
Works to you.
Did it work?
Yeah. That's a good top there. There you go.
I didn't. It's okay. Pink Fresh,
I can
love.
line it back up.
Middle drawer.
Middle drawer.
There you go.
Give it to me when you're done. Oh, okay. See? I told you she.
Oh, she's a mad lunatic.
I'm not a mad lunatic.
Yeah, absolute mad lunatic.
Oh, you be nice to me.
Mm.
I left you on your own for a little bit today. Doesn't that make you happy?
Oh my god, it was so
Buddy.
It was so busy.
All right. I think we've got it here, friends. We're going to do a quick demo. Okay. I think I'm going to need a card base too there, Brooklyn. Although I guess I could kind of wing it since you've already walked somewhere else to sit down. I'm not. Knock it off. But I do get cranky when you tell me I'm cranky.
Oh, that's the worst.
Okay. All right. Okay, so what we've got here is this is what we have when it comes out of the thing. So I'm going to pop these corners. This one. This one. We cut it with adhesive on the back side just to make our lives a little bit easier. Okay. And
Those work?
no, yeah, it's fine. I was going to use this one.
Oh.
Dear, do you want me to smear this on with my finger?
Oh, when you get one.
Do you want to, are these all inks or eyeshadows? Your brushes are-
I just assume if you think that I'm going to need to ink something, you also bring me a tool.
I think you're doing that.
I've put them away. Yeah, but they're not gray. This is year how many at the craft store?
He did bring me a dye pick when he made sure I had everything.
He made sure you had everything. All right. This is the longest not intended part of the demo.
There you go. There's 2.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'm going to go with a lighter gray for the little parts, given that that's what we've got here. And he brought me domed tools, so we're going to work with that. Okay, and we're just going to color these really quick. And yes, I will also check that it goes on an A2 card. So give me just a moment. I saw your question. I'm pretty sure it does. It looks absolutely like it does fit on that. So okay. Oh, you guys, I think you're gonna love this if I can get it done here. Okay. Okay. Do you guys keep losing signal? It's a little hard to tell from my end because it looks like it's blinking out, but my my service here at the store is, you know, marginal on rainy days. So, you know, the other easy way to have done this is to cut it 3 times, and the second and third time out of 2 shades of gray if you don't want to ink. But inking will work just fine too, which is what we're going for. Okay. All right. Not my best inking, but you guys, I think, will get the idea. Okay. So now you're going to wipe this up. If I don't think Michelle's watching, because she would do something totally different and not clean up that ink, but I can't stand it. So there we go. And then hey, Brooklyn, when you move stuff, where did you move that one piece of 49 and Market Christmas paper that had the trees on it?
It's probably in that pile over there. It's probably in Crystal's hand.
Nope. It's this one. I got it. I got it. Okay, so I have this one. We used this last week for something, and I'm thinking that this will actually be beautiful in the window right here. Yeah, so because I already have this one out, I'm going to give this one a cut, and we're gonna just see how this looks. So the window itself is 4 inches wide by 5 1/4. So it's 5 1/4 tall, 4 inches wide. So that means out of this particular paper, I actually could get 3 scenes, which is pretty cool. So trim that down, and 5 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it because I want to keep that treetop in my image, right? So let's see, we're going to want it maybe right about there. So let's do something like this. See how we like that. Yeah, that's going to look really, really nice. Okay, so I'm going to just trim this down just a little to make my life easier for lining this up. Okay. And then I'll trim off the bottom once I get it aligned. Okay, so because we cut this with adhesive on it already, I'm going to be risky and pull it off all at once. I'm not sure if that was my best move, but it is what it is now. So I'm going to line it up by the corner. And just kind of drop it into place. There we go. Okay. Now I'll take my scissors. You could also do this with a paper trimmer because I didn't get it perfectly straight, but that's okay. For the purposes of the demo today, this will work. Because you guys know how I like stuff quite specific, but today we'll have to play it by ear just a little bit. Okay. All right, so now we've got that. And we're going to take these little pieces that we did here that are just slightly different colors. And we're going to hope this works. Put them right into place. Okay. And with anything dimensional, you want to make sure, you could actually put it probably, could you do it? Nope. I was going to say you could put it in the other way, but the angles aren't going to work. So this is how this die is going to work. So putting it like on this side so that you're looking from the other way is most likely not going to work. Because this basically has you looking from this corner and down, right? Because that's the insides that you can see. So if you turned it around, you would be looking from this corner up, and that would be kind of a weird, unless you were like a, you know, kid's view outside kind of a thing. But okay. And oh, this is pretty awesome. So I think if I were to do this again, I would maybe pick the 2 inks that were a little bit more different in color, but you are going to still get quite a bit of the dimension from looking at this, just for you guys to imagine. Okay. All right, so that is actually how that's going to turn out. That's pretty awesome. So this one's going to give you kind of the watercolor scene. If you want something more specific, can you cut me one more?
Yep. It's not going to fit on that.
Yeah, so that we can look at it with other papers, because this one's going to be kind of an abstract scene. But isn't that fun? I love this. Super, super excited. So she's going to cut me one more so we can look at what it'll look like with a couple of the other things we looked at today, just so you guys have a visual. And I'm going to throw away a couple of these things so that out of that paper, that same white paper. Is it not, there's not enough?
No, there's not enough.
Okay.
It's a little thick.
Can you come help her find some paper, dear?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just skip it. It's fine. Because you're, like, not fast enough. All right.
It's close.
Hang on. This will work. Huh?
So I like the piece of brown. You just keep pooping on it.
Yeah. No, I want it bright so it shows up.
Oops.
Yeah. Nope, that's the one you cut on. You don't cut on the blue. That's the cleaner plate.
Okay.
That's ideal, anyways. Although he doesn't follow the rules either, so. Okay.
Oh, you did it twice. 3 times maybe.
It's okay. I think it was just off of the plate last time. That'll work. Oh. Thank you.
I know why Brooklyn's scared.
Why?
You're very intimidating.
I just, you know, well, it's like when everybody's waiting, you just, you know, and he moves at a slow pace. Everybody knows he moves at a slow pace. So, okay. So I grabbed this one. One of my little corners fell out, but you guys will get kind of the, oh, 2 of them fell out. But you'll get kind of the idea. So you can put this on with, this one is going to be super fun for using with the window, because you can move this around with these little scenes that are in a paper pad like this, and you can see the little people and the dog, and then you can see the windmill up there through the window. You know, it could also be fun if when you put this together, like this one had sticky on the back side, so we didn't really have that option. But if you cut this one so that, and then you put thin foam on the back side, it's going to give you even more dimension, like the stuff is farther away from the window. So that one's not necessarily going to be great for that, but like this scene will be really fun with the horse-drawn carriage in there. So there's going to be lots and lots of options. Actually, this pad is going to be fantastic to use with this window. So anyways, okay, so that's what I kind of wanted to show you. And I think that's everything. The die, put it back in the packaging. So the die is $21.99, and everything here is in stock that we've showed you today. I think, oh, are you leaving? Am I really that scary? Oh, well, you know, we aren't closed yet. Okay. Okay, so $21.99 on the window die from Penny Black. And I think that has exhausted my list. So let me do a quick recap, okay, of the things that we covered today. So Undo is back in stock finally. That one's $12.99 and $10.99 for the Pixie Spray. These are not new items, but back in stock, and we're excited about it. Okay. Then we've got, thank you. We've got the, what is this one called? The Peaceful Night. So this is that really kind of cool slimline that'll be super easy to color. This one is $7.99. Really limited quantities on this one. So if you want that one, definitely let me know. And then we have the Awesome Winter. These are the paper towels that we talked about yesterday. These are out on the table, but all of them are still in stock. And then we have the Winter Lace Bow. Your shoes are so noisy. We have that Winter Lace Bow, and that is going to be this one here. Okay. And then we have the Winter Lace Bow is $9.50. We have the Winter Swirl Square at $9.50 as well. And then that one is going to have this beautiful square frame with the matching snowflake dies that'll come separate so that you can layer them or make your frame in multiple colors. And then we have the Winter Lace Oval. That one is $11.99. And that one has this stunning outside oval frame. Plus, look at the lace, or the diamond pattern. The squeaky shoes gets me every time. The diamond pattern background on that one is gorgeous. So that is the Winter Lace Oval. So that's those guys. And then we have paper pads. So this one is on special for $13. And this is the one that has those really great scenes that are going to work awesome with that window in kind of like vintage cool colors. But it also has a whole second side of papers that are just snow backdrops. So that's the Duo Design one. And then we have a Sparkling Season. This one's going to have more brighter colors and more animals in it. Also on special for $13 through Saturday. And this guy here has the paper that surprised all of us. The covers are on backwards. And what size is the Winter Lace Oval? Well, that's a good question. Let me tell you. It is just under 5 inches tall for the lacy bit, and just over 3.5 inches wide. So definitely A2. This piece here is, say, a little over 2.25 wide by 3 3/4. Okay, that's those two pieces. You got it. So this one, yeah, $9.50 on this one. What did we say? There was some discussion I saw on the board about the cover stock. But I think this one, because of what the paper is made of, actually is going to lend itself to some pretty awesome projects that you don't have options for otherwise. So, and then finally, we've got ourselves some Penny Black. So we've got Christmas Greetings. And these sentiment stamps are always, always popular. So this guy's $16.99. This one is $18.99. This one is When Snow Falls. And this one tells you how beautiful the silence is, which is the director's motto for me. This one is called Trilling Trio, but basically just the 3 birds would do it. 3 watercolor birds. This one is, I really, really like this one. I think this one is going to be so awesome to use. So their names don't really, oh, this one's not bad. Woodsy on that one. So that's $14.99. This one's also $14.99. This is the one that I think we're going to see in a lot of samples from Penny Black, because this one seems to be a designer favorite from what I can tell. And that one is called Lovely Landing. And then we've got the lantern at $13.99. And this is the one that was supposed to be in the last delivery, but wasn't. And we've got the new borders at $26.99. So I'm excited to see what this one looks like, because I think that one will be really, really pretty also. We've got the perspective window at $21.99. Which, yep, and that's the one we just made the sample of for a long time. And then we have these 2 that are back in stock. So the Decal Slimline at $27.99, and these really, really pretty Slimline decorative borders, which look kind of like that. And that one's $25.99. Okay, well, I think we made it through, my friends. And we covered everything. So thanks, guys. If all goes well, I have a project scheduled for tomorrow. I'm already planned. I've got everything figured out. So fingers crossed on that one. Are we doing it at 2 o'clock tomorrow?
3:30.
We're doing 3:30 tomorrow? Okay, 3:30 tomorrow. So is that because you're not here? Okay, so that would be the reason. All right, you guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 3:30. Bye.